Hyundai starting lineup for the Phillies. Harper and Turner in the wild card round starting on Tuesday.
Toyota numbers for the full season for Jose Booth coming back. ERA 2.08.
Kyle Schwarber takes up and away from home runs last year with 46. Grounds one right at Mauricio, and that'll be the first Danos. And he fouls the first pitch side. Alonso gives chase, but
first baseman in the minor leagues to winning over 200 games, and a big part Red Sox teams.
First came up with the Pyre 18 years. Bryson Stott hits one under the glove of Buto. And the Phillies have a 2, or they could fall to the third wild card. If they win in Texas. Yesterday. Pulled over the bag. That takes it off the toe to third. He'll be hit. And here's Brandon Marsh. 12 years. He was stymied twice yesterday when the Mets swept the doubleheader. Down to Alonso, who boots it, but Mauricio recovers, and they get.
So Buck Showalter's last win.
For me,
pulls the 3-0 pitch down to third.
It was bring the pitcher's hand.
Sosa pops one up, door, backpedals and grabs it one away. Here's Jake Cave, and he pulls one right to the glove of Alonso.
Cave teams in baseball.
Bunted toward third, caught in the air by Beatty.
Called up for today's game.
Lindor bounces one on the right side. Stott sweeps it up and throws him out one away. 10 players with 10 or more. Vientos pops one up. Another play for Stott looking through the sunlight. Grounded to the left side. Sosa's there to grab it. Throws out. And he lines one to right. Stewart in the sunshine, able to make the catch with no trouble.
So it's a sun field in right field.
Very, very good point.
Curveball popped up, coming over to help, but Alonso said. Stubbs runs. The throw by Alvarez is too late.
He's not a big guy for a catcher. I think of Ramon Castro, and I think of that ball he hit the last day, and the wind was blowing in.
It was the year that Glavine gave up line to the center field, a base hit from around third is Stubbs. He'll come in front of the game. Swing and a miss. Alvarez to first. Great pick by Alonso to keep it from going down. Suspended game completely moot. Swing and a miss. Down with a fastball. Butko Alvarez looks to pick up where he left off yesterday. He chops one though right back to Nick Nelson, who throws. DJ Stewart hits one out to left, and Marsh in the shot.
Had one of the best years you could ever have, but just
as good a run as anybody's ever had. Buto with the behind the back knockdown. David Stearns and Billy Epler trying to put together this team. Once popped into shallow right. Goes Mauricio and Castellanos for the second out. Stott flies one out to right. Stewart measures it. Has it. It's interesting. Check swing grounder toward the middle. Run down by Sosa. Good range. And this year, there for a couple of weeks.
The most important part is Alvarez goes down looking. And that's what I spent the whole winter thinking about.
Stewart grounds out.
I did not.
Fly ball. Stewart back to the warning track at the 2-1.
He got his 20.
Marsh lifts one to left throw.
Because there was a number 64 that came into the mix. Davey picked Mike Torres. He was the veteran. He was healthy.
Right.
But he was going to start the opener.
Of you being told you were starting the second game.
We only had 2 games in Cincinnati, right?
That's what it's like to play for a New York team. And nobody.
Wow.
With a future Hall of Fame.
I did not.
It hurt.
Good curveball by Buto. So Castro pulls that one foul. In his words, he's look out winning. Interesting. The at bat to Ortega. That's outside ball 4. So there's the first walk issue. And he pulls that one to right field. Coming on quickly is Marsh, and he makes the catch.
They went 8-13 after those comments.
Rounded to short. Sosa gets the force. Full count to Lindor with Vientos on deck. And Lindor takes the walk, so Nelson got ahead of him. And Vientos down another changeup.
Boy,
that's the third strikeout. There's a good fastball running in, and it's 1-1 to make. Broken back, grounder to second. Stott the backhand flip. Sosa as we go to the 8th inning. Weston Wilson up for the first time. Grounds one foul. Broke his back. Wilson taps one up the third baseline. That's going to roll to a stop for an in. You ever notice that those three have more room on their desk than we? Abort. Fly ball deep right. And this one will hit off the Wilson and into second. And Bull hits one down to third. Beatty checks the runner. And bullpen is quiet behind him. He runs that cutter inside. It's 2-0. And Marsh drives one in. That'll bring in Wilson. Stott will be held card. Chopped foul at the plate by Sosa. 0-1.
And both
wind up in the 6th spot. That's grounded down to third. A chance for 2. Beatty to Mauricio and on to first. Double play signatures. Grounded toward the middle by Perez. Swept up by Soto. DJ Stewart pops one foul. And that'll come back. And Soto strikes out Stewart for the second. 9th inning, Jake Cave leads off for the Phillies against N.G. Reyes. They'll be division champs and the number 2 seed in the American League. Crazy. And the Marlins will have the 5 seed. The Phillies going to the World Series last year. Check swing, and he stopped it. It is announced as the president of baseball operations. Noontime press conference tomorrow. Slowly hit down to third, and Beatty retired both times. So what do you guys do? As Driven's going to go all the way back to the fence. For third is Rojas. The relay by pulled foul by Stubbs. 0-2. Coming. And it's hit up the middle of home. Rojas with the second run of the inning. Stubbs with his poised for that kind of run. That's line to the left. Pache. And 4 straight have reached base. About that, he'll say that's not what it's about. But I
learned so much. Remember, we always had
to handle every detail of the game than anybody I've ever been around. Lindor goes to first. Okay, infield in. And the breaking ball outside, ball 4. And that'll load up
as a Met.
And he drives one out to left. He was trying for it.
Yes, he was.
So Bohm will have to settle for 97. And now Marsh right center, back to it, but this ball's going to fly. Marsh hits a 3-run homer to put the icing on the cake for the Phillies. 9th man up in the inning.
Boy, show me a winning team. I'll show you a team.
0-2 coming. Swing and a miss, got him upstairs with the fastball, and Kay put. Mauricio fouls one off his leg. And Mauricio strikes out. And Pete flies one out to left. Goes Sosa, in comes Wilson. So to a close, and with it, the managerial tenure of Buck Showalter.